What is poppin', everybody? It's your boy Corey Shea, and we are back again with another YouTube video. I know it's been a hot minute since y'all seen me since I uploaded, but don't worry, we'll get into the why of that later on. But today, of course, you already know it's a new year, so it's gonna be a new me. So before we get into the new me, we gotta reflect on our 2025 experience. We're just gonna go over just many of the little adventures I had in 2025, and then we'll go over what our plans are for 2026. So, without further ado, let's get to it. How did 2025 roll out for us? Alright, so 2025 actually had a lot going on, but let's start at the beginning. So let's talk about January to February. January to February. So it pretty much kind of started off, started off pretty big. I actually went to a convention called Comic-Con. Comic-Con is a convention that happens every year in Birmingham, Alabama. As a tradition, I always go. And I actually did a lot of cosplaying. I didn't cosplay all 3 days, but I did cosplay Saturday and Sunday. And among those cosplays are some of my favorite cosplays I ever did. So I ended up I did Okaroon from Donadon. I did kind of like a dressy version of him. I had one of my friends crochet a kind of like scarf jacket type of thing to emulate like Okaroon's mask when he goes all out. I look so good. It came out so well. My friend is super duper talented. She's super shy, super reserved, so she doesn't like her name being put out there. But she's super talented. I wish I could shout her out. And lastly, on the last day, I did Iguro from Demon Slayer. I did the Serpent Hashira, and this is among one of my favorite cosplays as well. I think the scarf idea was super cool, and a little neat detail about the cosplay that went super underlooked when I first posted it was Iguro. He actually has I believe it's called heterochromia, I believe. The green and the yellow eye. Since obviously I don't have heterochromia and I can't get contacts because those shits is expensive. I actually ended up getting glasses, and one lens was green, one lens was yellow. I actually bought 2 glasses and just popped the lens out of them. So yeah, I actually think it really turned out really well. It's one of my favorite cosplays I ever did. So 2025 started off with a bang. Oh yeah, during Comic-Con, I actually played in the Street Fighter 6 tournament, of course. As you guys know, I'm a big fighting game guy or gal, whichever. I actually fought against a pro player, and even though I got my ass beat, I took a round off him, so that's all I can really ask for. I played my little heart out for that one round, and then he mocked me up, but I did my thing. That's all I care about. But yeah, 2025 started off really good. Also, going back to my Okaroon cosplay, I actually had the voice actor for Mirko compliment me on it. Aniris. Sorry if I butchered the crap out of your name. If you ever watch this video, I highly doubt you will watch this video. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. Your voice acting is godlike. But yeah. Alright, we got through January to February, so let's go to March. So March stuff was happening in March. So I had my consultation for my facial feminization surgery. I will get into that later because honestly, that whole my facial feminization surgery, that's a whole separate video in itself. But I'll at least go over the timeline in this video, since it is a 2025 reflection video. So I got a consultation for facial feminization surgery from the surgeon. His name was Salam Kassis. His name's a little hard to pronounce, but he's a really good surgeon. I've seen really good work from him. I heard really good things, so he is pretty close by. He lives in Nashville. I did have to drive a little bit, almost to 3 hours to get there, but it was worth it. So basically, I got there. Everybody there was very nice. and I met with him. We basically talked about how they're gonna carve out my face and make it pretty. So that's fun. That's fun. So eventually, after all the consultation work, we did get me scheduled for my surgery. My surgery ended up being they actually had to split it up into 2 surgeries. So one was October 13th, and the last surgery was November 10th. I had to split it up because basically I did my whole face. I did the upper and the lower. So obviously they can't do it all at once because that's gonna take a long ass time. So they just split it up. But yeah, that was a big milestone for me. That was a very important thing for me. Again, a lot of the things that motivated me to get the surgery, that's a separate video. I will try to get it out this month, so wait on me. It's a little personal video, but I will explain a lot of what's going on. But yeah, in between all the craziness, I believe me and my girlfriend went to a cherry blossom festival as well. It's a cherry blossom festival that happens every year where I stay. So that was a beautiful ending to that little arc of 2025. But yeah, wild times. Let's get back into it. Alright, onward to May, and oh boy, May was a wild ride, so to say. So May, I actually went to my first DreamCon, which was very, very exciting. I've heard a lot of good things about DreamCon, and I was impressed. I was impressed. I do have some things to talk about when it comes to DreamCon, though, but let's get into it. First off, the one thing I didn't like about DreamCon is nothing to do with the convention itself. It's getting to DreamCon. Getting to DreamCon was a 10-hour drive. This shit was not for the weak. So me and my girlfriend, we basically took turns driving back and forth. I think we drove like 5 hours each. But it was definitely not a fun experience driving there. But anyway, when we got there, Texas is a beautiful place. Definitely a beautiful place. We got there. The convention itself, the venue was really, really big. I would say the line to get there was get in the convention was that took up most of the first day because we was in the line for a good hour or so, a good hour and a half, I would say, because the line wrapped around like damn near 2 buildings. Anybody that went or was on social media at the time they probably heard the horror stories, but other than that, it was actually a really good con. It was good to be around, skin folks. The vibes were immaculate, of course. Me and my girlfriend cosplayed. I cosplayed all 3 days, but only 2 of those cosplays were noteworthy. I did Chihiro from Kagurabachi, a very good manga. Please give it a read. It's very, very, very good. I did kind of like a dressy version of Chihiro from Kagurabachi, and I also did Urahara from Bleach, which is one of my favorite cosplays of all time. I think I did that. I had that shit on, so to say. The last day I did Yuji from JJK. I never posted the pictures because I didn't like the way they looked. So sorry, I was a little self-conscious. But all in all, the convention was actually pretty good. I feel like, though, I would have appreciated it more if I was more so like a party person. If I knew where all the spots were and I had like a crew that I came with. I came with my girlfriend, so she's a little bit reserved. So she's not into like getting too crazy with it. But yeah, it was fun. It actually really motivated me because a lot of content creators came there. It really motivated me to kind of go a little bit harder with the content creation. So yeah, from May to like, I guess May onward, I really started like cranking out content more. I started streaming more. I actually started rolling out my stream schedule that I post every week. So If you guys follow me on like social media, you guys know I post a schedule on my stream schedule every week. If I don't, it's because I'm really busy, but mostly every week. But yeah, May was a blur. May was very exciting. Also, since my girlfriend's a little bit reserved, I want to get her permission to post her cosplays here. So my girlfriend did, she did Choso from JJK, and she also did Death the Kid from Soul Eater. I love her so much. She killed this. She had that shit on. She needs to post her cosplay. She be making me mad. But give her a shout out. The beautiful she did that. Alright, so June to August. June to August was a little light, it was a little calm. I didn't really do anything crazy. Really during this time I really just focused on like content creation. It was a time for experimentation. I was experimenting. Fuck, I can't talk. I was experimenting. Fuck. Well, we'll keep that in. I was experimenting with like my hair, my art style. I was also doing a little bit of photography on the side, kind of like self-photography. But yeah, I was trying to get more comfortable, like basically showing me, which has been a big theme of 2025, just really coming into myself and learning about myself, I would say. But yeah, not too much happened really during this time. Not every era has to be loud. This was a calm little era. Alright, so September kind of picked up a little bit. Actually a pretty good deal of things happened in September. I actually went to a anime rave with my girlfriend, and again, you already know, I was in my cosplay bag. I had to cosplay one time for the one time, you feel me? I did Shikamaru from Naruto. I actually really liked this. The pictures actually really came out really good. I looked really pretty in these. I really liked it. Also, my girlfriend, she did Rock Lee from Naruto. We actually binge watched part 1 of Naruto earlier in the year, so that's why she's like a big fan of Rock Lee now. But it was fun. It was fun. Usually I'm not like the big rave person. I'm not like a big dancer or anything. I just like to go for the vibes. But all in all, it was fun. Also in September, we went to see the Demon Slayer movie. My girlfriend has a friend that lives in Huntsville, and there's a big movie theater in Huntsville, so we went on kind of like a little 2-day trip there. We spent the night. It was very fun. We watched Demon Slayer movie, Infinity Castle in IMAX in 3D. It was fun. Of course. Godlike movie, 10 out of 10. I recommend it. But yeah, September, a lot was going on. September was Septembering, if you get me. But yeah, moving on. Okay, so we gonna end the year off on a big one. So October to December, like I said earlier, back in March I had my consultation for my facial feminization surgery. So it was go time. I had my surgery date. The first one was October 13th. And I was on medical leave for a good 2 months. So that was a very, very hectic time, I would say. Like I said, I'm gonna go a little bit more into it on a separate video, going over like just my general experience getting FFS, basically the experience with the hospital staff, stuff like that. But yeah, my first surgery, October 13th, that one was for my forehead reduction, rhinoplasty, and he also shaved my orbitals, which was basically like my my eye sockets, basically. Just make it all a little pretty. And then November 10th, they did my jaw contouring and my genioplasty. So definitely was a very emotional part of my life. Very emotional, very both physically and emotionally taxing. But I did have a lot of support. My girlfriend supported me while I was on medical leave, so that's good. Like I said, I don't want to dwell too much on it in this video. I want to do a separate video on it. But pretty much from October to December, I was in my bed 24/7 in my apartment. But yeah, one thing I will say, in between surgeries, me and my girlfriend did go to this convention called WaifuCon. WaifuCon is like a hotel convention. Very freaked out convention, I would say that. I cannot post any videos I took because I'm on YouTube. I'm not trying to get banned. But yeah, I didn't really do anything too crazy as far as like cosplay. My girlfriend, she cosplayed. Obviously I didn't cosplay because my face was still fucked up. But but she cosplayed. She did Pochita from Chainsaw Man. Very cute cosplay. She did that. But yeah, that was pretty much my 2025. Like I said, a very emotional year, especially with the surgery and all that. But I came through. The surgery's still healing, so it's not 100% yet. It's gonna take a couple months for all the changes to settle in. But I really like the results I have so far. So that was 2025. We gotta talk about 2026 because this is a new year. What we got planned for this channel? Of course, I did make a video back in August basically telling like my plans of how I want to take my channel. Like I said before, I do want to go towards more so like I would say a learning type of channel. Just like kind of like document my journey navigating, learning different things like animation, art, fighting games, stuff like that. I want to dive a little bit away from like the whole anime reaction thing. I will still do reactions. That's always gonna be a thing that I do, but I don't want it to be like a super duper focus anymore. I just want to kind of experiment with my content. You will see anime content every once in a while sprinkled in. And of course, we're gonna get gaming stuff as well, so definitely, like you guys see, it should be on the corner right here. If you guys want to follow me on twitch.com/CoreyShay, I do live streams like 2 to 3 times a week, so shameless plug. Go ahead and check your girl, check your boy or your gal out. But yeah, definitely 2026. I want to really go a little bit more hard with my content creation. I definitely was doing pretty good from the May on to the October time frame. I definitely slowed down once I got on medical leave, so obviously I wasn't posting a lot. But I definitely want to go harder with content creation this year. I do want to gain my following, gain a good sizable following, and kind of get my name out there. But yeah, but definitely look forward to that. I also want to show you guys a little bit more of me, the real me, I guess. Like I said, 2025 was me coming into myself, and I just really want to explore the different sides of myself. Like, as you guys can see, I've gotten a little bit more feminine, presenting femininely, stuff like that. Of course, that's going to be a separate video I want to make as well. That's going to be a big personal video of mine. You guys will learn a lot about me. But yeah, I do want to kind of explore that feminine aspect of myself and show you guys the real me. But yeah, that is what I have planned for 2026. Of course, I want to say a big shout out to everybody that watches my content and everybody that has supported me in 2025 and onward. You guys make content creation fun, even on days where not a lot of people come to my streams or watch my videos. Just having that one person in my stream and that one view, it makes it worth it for me. If I can make somebody smile, I done my job. Y'all give my life meaning. But yeah, again, like, I appreciate y'all. I love everyone that took the time to watch this video, and all I gotta say is watch me in 2026. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna ramble too long. If nobody told you they love you today, remember that I do. Enjoy being blessed, carry no stress, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out. And look forward to 2026. Love y'all.